Yes, in few days we are going to celebrate. We are so fortunate. There is no words that we can say that how fortunate we are. There is no words, literally. So fortunate. Just by taking the name Gauranga is mentioned into the I think it's Kavi Karnapurna that mentioned that just taking the name Gauranga, Nityananda, that's it. That's our perfection. Just taking the name. So Lord is so merciful. There is a song, Sri Caitanya Daya Karo More. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Karo More. Tuma bina ke dayalu. Tuma bina ko dayalu. There is no other merciful and love incarnation, the Lord. Tuma bina ke. There is no other. Dayalu means such a merciful, beneficent. Such a merciful, beneficent. The Lord. And we are fortunate because of Lord appeared not so far ago. It is just 500 years ago. Compared to the one day of Brahma, 500 years is just like just maybe a little flash of second. Yeah. So we are so fortunate. Not only because we are so fortunate, because of it was predicted that the Commander-in-Chief of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will come. Who is that Commander-in-Chief? Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada's appearance was predicted. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentioned that Nagaradi Grama Moru Sarvatra Nam. Every town and village my name will be chanted. When the Lord appeared, the mission of the Lord is to establish this Yuga Dharma, this Sankirtan Yajna. What is Sankirtan Yajna? What is the Sankirtan Yajna? Chanting the holy name. That is this Dharma of this age. Chanting the holy name. In Satya Yuga, what was the Dharma? Nobody knows. Satya Yuga, people used to meditation. This was the Dharma on the Satya Yuga. What was the Dharma on the Treta Yuga? Yajna. Fire sacrifice. So there were a lot of fire sacrifice. We know that Lord Ram went to forest when Vishwamitra Muni was doing this fire sacrifice and the demons were coming and then destroying it. So in order to protect the fire sacrifice. So when you do the fire sacrifice, you could see the Lord inside. You could see the Lord in the fire. People were so purified in Satya Yuga, they could see the Lord in their meditation. And the fire sacrifice, when they do it perfectly, you could see the Lord in the fire sacrifice. So when it comes to Treta Yuga, then the impurities overlapped on the consciousness. That's why they had to do something in order to retrieve the Lord, in order to see the Lord. Say the fire sacrifice. They could see the Lord in the fire. So when it came to the Dwapara Yuga, what was the Dharma? Deity worship. So again, further it came down. So they need to see the Lord in such a form. So Lord appeared and very merciful and appeared in a deity form. It's called Archa Vigraha. Archa means offering. So the Lord receives through the deity, through the form of the Lord, deity form. Srila Prabhupada says that the post boxes, we saw that many post boxes on the road. There are many other boxes on the road. But we don't put the letters on the other boxes, but we put the letters on the authorized boxes by the post office or by the government. So we have that faith As soon as you put this letter in the letter box which was authorized by the government or the post office, then what would happen? It will reach to the destination no matter what. Similarly, in the Dwapara Yuga, the Lord manifested in the form of deity so that we offer the worship. So it's mentioned that as soon as we offer the worship, what happens? It goes to the Lord. It's directly to the Lord. There is no difference. In one sense, when we develop that devotion, that pure bhakti, then one sense, at one point, we won't see any difference between the deity and the original Supreme Lord. This is the another sign of the pure devotion. We don't see the difference. But a neophyte devotee see that difference. Or this is deity, this is made by marble or the stone or the metal. But the pure devotee, as soon as he see the Lord, he see the form of the Lord, he does not see any differences. This is the another sign, symptom of pure devotion. One who develop that devotion to the Lord. He does not see anything. And any paraphernalia, it's a pure devotion. As soon as you get some Mahaprasadam, a flower maybe which is offered to the Lord, you don't see that, oh, this is just, okay, let me play with it. No. This is the Mahaprasadam which is offered, which is given by the Lord for us. We see that in that perspective. So everything is like that. Everything is like that. So this is the pure devotion. This is that we develop, we progress in bhakti means we see the Lord in everything. We'll see that later. I'll give an example. But on the Dwapara Yuga, again, the Lord appeared so that Lord can receive the services from his devotees. So Lord manifested in that form. So first of all, let's understand this. There is nothing in this world that happens without the will of the Lord. Everything has Lord's arrangement according to the time, place and circumstances. No difference. According to the time, place, circumstances, Lord arranges for his devotees and all this in the world, whatever is necessary for the people. But we are playing with our own self, our own free will. Lord doesn't interfere into that. Lord always care. He's a caretaker. He's a guide for us. In all respect, like a father. The father always guides the children. But children want to go here and there and play with it and do something. Then but out of love, the Lord, the Father allows certain things to do. So that's our nature. So certain desires we have. Lord will say, you do it. You enjoy with it, whatever, fulfill that desire. That's why we are here. We are enjoying or doing certain things like this. Other than that, Lord doesn't allow you to go beyond certain things, isn't it? Lord doesn't allow. But only within that limit, that what we can do, what we can execute. So Lord will allow that. That's because of our free will. That's what is called the desire that. So, but that we can change. That's why we call tadastha, marginal potency, the jiva. The marginal potency, that means that we can either go with our own selfish desire or we can also go with the desires of the Lord. When we go with the desires of the Lord, that's where the compatible situation, that we are belongs to him. We belongs to him. But whenever we are rebellion, we don't want to go as per the desire, the direction of the Lord, that means we are rebelling, separation from the Lord. Then we go with our own desires, then that's why we have our own, this world, this small world. For to fulfill our own desire, which is separate from the Lord. So Lord is there. According to the will of the Lord, everything happens, but Lord gives little freedom so that you can fulfill your own desire. But there is consequences. Isn't it? When father says, don't touch the fire, but child says, no, I want to touch. You see, he was crying and you touch and then we'll come to know. You don't listen to me. As soon as he touches, he burns his fingers. He now come to know, oh no. There is some consequences. It should not do. So that's why this material world is. Okay, material world is everything is perfect. You don't even come to know who is Lord, what is Lord. There is some consequences. And it says that this world is not belongs to you or not is your place. This world is such a way that you are here temporarily so that you understand, you realize, you come to know what is this world is and what is our eternal constitutional position is. That's why this world is for. You're getting that point, right? So only this world that we can understand this. Realize this. Otherwise we will not. So Lord is there to give that protection. Lord is there to guide us in all respect. So according to the will of the Lord, everything manifests in this world. So Lord comes as Dharma to receive our service or devotion. Then it comes, that's why deity worship. Again, Satyuga, it was full 100%. Treta Yuga, 25% is gone, the purification, everything is now become impure. Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, then Dwapara Yuga when it comes, it's just 50%. Then it comes to Kaliyuga, what happens? The purity is majority, 75% of the purity of the conscious, purity of the living entity is gone. Everybody is so selfish. So selfish in such a way that says that, okay, me, myself, my way is a highway. That's it. Everything should go as per my way. Isn't it? Otherwise I get angry. Otherwise I get so frustrated. So this is the Kaliyuga. Kaliyuga. In the Bhagavatam, Krishna, Parishit Maharaj, Sukadeva Goswami is speaking to Parishit Maharaj. Kalir doshe nidan rajan. Kalir doshe. They are full of fault in Kali. And we can see that in the 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. The explanation of Kali is, the description of Kali is very well explained. The nature of Kali Yuga. It says that how many years the Kali Yuga is? 432,000. How many years we passed? 5,000. 5,000 years we passed. Then as soon as Krishna, so the Kali Yuga is just begun that Kali Yuga. That's why we can see that in the Bhagavatam, Parishit Maharaj is dealt with the Kali personified. That's where it's begin. Kali is appeared. Okay, Kali is anyway in the clan of Brahma, Brahma's creation, Kali. So Kali is Brahma's creation. So then we could see that. Then it's passed this many years and it's mentioned that Srimad Bhagavatam when it goes down into the Kali Yuga. So we know that when Ganges came down, who brought Ganges down to the earth? Bhagirath. So when before Ganges coming down to earth, Ganges didn't want to come down. Mother Ganga didn't want to come down to earth. You know what is the reason that Mother Ganges didn't want to come down to the earth?
Because she has so much time that she passed through the Buddha. That's why she will become impurity.
Yes. All the sinful people will come and dip into this Ganges. Like we just had the Kumbh Mela, right? 65 crores. Everybody offloaded. Right? Think about it. Everybody offloaded. So Mother Ganges wanted to come down and I said, no, I'm not going. This is what is going. I'm going to contaminate myself. I want to come down on this earth. So then Bhagirath said, no, you don't need to worry because there are devotees. So devotees are there on this planet. So as soon as the sinful people take the bath, the devotees come and also take bath. So all the sins will go away. Just because of the appearance of the devotee when they take the bath in the Ganges, so you will not be contaminated. So but that won't be the case. So in the Bhagavatam says, all the holy rivers will disappear. So Bhagavatam says it. All the holy rivers will disappear. There is only certain period of time devotees will be here on this earth. So it's mentioned that that's a golden period of the Kaliyuga. You know that golden period? How many years the golden period? Golden age? 10,000 years. Next 10,000 years again, next 10,000 years from the appearance of Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is what is we say, we are so fortunate. From the appearance of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, next 10,000 years is a golden period, golden age. Because of some way or other, every living entity has an opportunity to hear the holy name, associate with the devotees. Some way or other. So this way they all can get liberation, get rid off from this world. And it is mentioned that Srimad Bhagavatam, even from the other planets, even from the other lokas, the inhabitants take birth on this Kaliyuga, in this age, on this earth, in this period of time, Kaliyuga, so that they get the opportunity to chant the holy name and associate with the devotees and they get liberation. And even from the other planet, they take birth in this world. And this was happened. When Caitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, it was so beautiful to see. As soon as it's mentioned that, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita it's mentioned that there are thousands of people who are coming and just taking darshan of them. Nobody's seen them before anywhere. Nobody's seen them before anywhere. They were all keep coming to take darshan of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was mentioning. This was not the living entity, this great souls, great personalities, not from this world. So like that, in many situations when there is a devotional service, there is a proper execution of devotion, it's not that only humans are coming there. You know that when we do the puja arati, and then finally we offer the puja on the audience, right? Those who are attending. And we are not doing only to the audience, only to those who are assembled, those who came for it. So we are also offering that arati, showing to all the other inhabitants in this world. They all come. You know that when Jagannath Rathayatra happens, so in Jagannath Puri, when Jagannath Rathayatra happens and finally it gets over, then people bring the water and they offer this water on the wheels of the cart. You know what it says? So that as soon as Jagannath comes out, all those who are not yet liberated, they are in this form of settled form. They'll be all around. So they are looking for an opportunity somewhere or other. They have to get out of this world. The settled form of the living entity is also there. That's why we call it as ghost or preda or whatever we call it as, right? Our scriptures reveals this. They all come. They'll take some chances, take a position somewhere or there. And then it says that somehow or other they will get an opportunity. They are so thirsty, as it says that the settled elements are so thirsty. That's why we are offering Sraddha, the water, the tarpan. Why we are offering the tarpan? So that they get satisfied. If they don't get satisfied, that means that, it's not good. For us, those who are dependents. Whatever the way they suffer, we also suffer. That's what it says. So we should make sure that those who are departed, they are also getting the water and the food. That's why we are Sraddha. We are offering the food, the pinda, and then water, tarpan. So they get the water. So similarly, they offer the water to the wheel so that they get the water. They get somehow or other, convinced, and they get. Why we are blowing the conch? Anybody knows why we are blowing the conch before we start the puja?
We are inviting all the
Inviting or
ghost and all bad means
throw away.
will go away, but
Bring the auspicious.
Yeah,
To bring the auspicious.
And I have a question. If ghosts and pretatmas go away, then how they come in arati? Because we just blow the shank.
Yeah, so what happens, sometimes see, there are some bad elements. good elements also there. A good ghost. Or I can say there are different categories. There are Rakshas, there are Rakta Rakshas, you know that?
Vampires?
Yeah.
So they do exist.
They do. They do. See, that's why some people it affects them. Haunted. You know that haunted? There are so many examples out there. Like devotees community. Some people they bought the house and they have all the signs there. All the signs. That means Srila Prabhupada's example, right?
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
How many of you know that Srila Prabhupada example? No, no?
It's in Abhayacharan also.
Yeah, Abhayacharan also.
Yeah.
Bhakti Vinod Thakur,
Yes.
right? Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was nicely writing and with the light lamp and this. Srila Prabhupada felt it. It's here. The people can feel it. And sometimes people can feel that they are movements. I'm not scaring you, okay? But this is a fact. Some people can see it. Some people cannot. That's another fact.
It's better to be ignorant in that.
Yeah, better to be ignorant so that will not be.
I think this ghost come to the holy person because they think they can deliver it. They can deliver.
They try to come. They try to come. That's their intention. That's their intention. So then, the people, those who have started to get a new house, and then they have to always, have to be purified. So this was quite strong ones. Didn't go. So every day they were seeing or feeling or experiencing this invisible, the activities. So they realized. So they informed the devotees. So devotees, when they nicely chanted the holy name, wonderful kirtan and holy name and everything. After that, there is no problem. There is no symptom. There is no sign. Hari Bol. So this is the power of holy name. So then, what I was speaking?
That ghost.
The water, yeah, the conch. Yes. So when you blow the conch, one way that we are inviting the Deva Devadas. Right? So it's mentioned that Deva Devadas travel through the sound. Deva Devadas, the great potencies or empowered potencies, first of all, they travel through the sound. That says the sound is very important, that we chant the mantra. At the same time, we also, drawing away the bad elements so that they won't interfere in the process. So we should be very seriously, it should execute the devotion. Very seriously. It's not that we just say, no, it should not be like that, sake of doing it. We should very seriously execute the devotional service. Very seriously, attentively. It derive great benefit. Okay, so in the Kaliyuga, as is mentioned that, Kalir doshe nidan rajan ashti ego ki mahan guna. Kalir doshe is full of fault. So, the Kaliyuga, when it comes down, then I was speaking about this 10,000 years, this golden period that everybody is. So this is our great fortune. And then what happens? It started, we can see the symptom right now itself, right? It says that there will be so much of drought in such a way that starvation. They may not have much gender. So now you even started that, right? Earlier, if you go to a shop, there may be dresses for male, female. Now there is same dress, either you can use it for any of this one. Like that. It's already started. And people are started to eat anything they like, no matter what. Now even children, I was reading some news like that. Children started to kill each other in the school. There was such a fight between children. And recently there was one boy killed another boy in the school. They have such an opportunity. This internet, the world and everything is spoiling. Everything. And then drought, and then people will have their, longevity first of all reduce. Now, as per the Kaliyuga, people supposed to live 100 years. In the Satyuga, people used to live 100,000 years. And Treta Yuga, people used to live 10,000 years. Dwapara Yuga, people used to live 1,000 years. Now Kali Yuga, it is reduced to 100 years, but when it goes down to the Kali Yuga, then what happens? It goes down to 30 years, 20 years maximum. This is the Bhagavad explains that the lifespan of a living entity, and the human especially. And that we can see. Even a child has heart attack, cholesterol, genetic, all these problems is all specified in the scriptures. And it says that people start to eat each other because there is no other food. Everything will be, it's so worst like this.
So these are the problems that might come. Is there anything mentioned in the Bhagavatam about it? How we can postpone this, or in a sense, like only spiritual?
Yes. So only spiritual way. That's why Parishit Sukadeva Goswami telling to Parishit Maharaj, Kalir Doshe Nidan Rajan Ashti Eko ki Mahan Guna. Eka hi Mahan Guna. Kirtanadasya Krishnasya. In this age of Kali, the dharma is nothing but Kirtanadasya Krishnasya, the chanting of the holy name of the Supreme Lord. Kirtanadasya Krishnasya Mukta Sangam Varam Prajit will be eradicated from the clutches of this material entanglement. So I'll tell you another story. So Kaliyuga was approaching. So Narada Dev saw that Kaliyuga is coming, and everybody knows that's why Srimad Bhagavatam, even starting the Kaliyuga is coming. Thousands of sages assembled in the Naimisharanya, they saw that Kaliyuga is coming now, we have to do something. They started the sacrifice, fire sacrifice. And it was aimed for thousands of years. That sacrifice. And you know that the Ramaharshan Sudha, right? And then, the Sudha, and that's why the Sudha Goswami is actually the son of Ramaharshan Sudha. They were in that assembly. That's where when Balaram came and there is some little clash. Balaram just took a garbha and darbha, the grass, and then throw it, and then Ramaharshan Sudha just immediately passed, died. There is some, the pseudo, Guru likes that. Then Sukadev, the Sudha Goswami is the son of, then appointed as the head of that all these sages. And then they were doing this because of the Kali Yuga is coming, and they see that, all these problems, people are going to suffer. Then what happened? Then they saw that Sudha Goswami was coming from the assembly of Sukadev Goswami. In the assembly of Sukadev Goswami was completely speaking about the glories of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, and they stopped their all sacrifices. They all stood up, and seeing the Sudha Goswami, they requested to the Sudha Goswami that you were in the assembly of Sukadev Goswami. It was discussed about the glories of the Supreme Lord. Would you please kindly explain that to me? That's the only remedy for this in this age of Kali. And then similarly, Narada Dev saw that the Kali Yuga is coming and everybody is going to suffer in this world, and there is only way that Narada Dev went to Brahmadev and requested Narada Dev. Brahmadev is the father of Narada Dev. Kali Yuga is coming. The problem everybody is going, what is the remedy? What is the solution that how anybody can attain the moksha, liberation from this clutches entanglement? Anybody knows what Brahmadev said? Anybody knows what Brahmadev said? It is mentioned Kali Sadharanopadishat. What Brahmadev said to Narada Dev? Anybody? It's already mentioned. Brahmadev said, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Idi Shodashtakam Nam Kaligalmasanasinam Nada Paradarupaya, Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. Brahmadev said to Narada, this is from the Kali Sadharanopadishat. Chant the holy name of Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Idi Shodashtakam Nam, this 16 syllable mantra. There is many syllable mantra. There is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, 12 syllable. Om Narayanaya, 5 syllables. Om Vishnave Namaha. Right? The 16 syllable, like Hare Krishna Mahamantra is 16 syllable. This Mahamantra. So this Shodashtakam Namnam Kali Kalmashanasana. These problems of the Kali, all these problems which we are going through and facing, Idi Shodashtakam Namnam Kali Kalmashanasana Nada Paradaro Upaya. This is the supreme solution. So that's the answer. This is the supreme solution. Nada Paradara Upaya. Upaya means solution. Sarva Vedeshu Drishyade. This is the essence of all the Veda. And Krishna also claiming that. In the Vedeshu Sarvam Ahameva Vedyo. I am to be known in the Veda. Vedeshu Sarvam Ahameva Vedyo. So this is our great fortune. And in order to establish this, that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is most merciful. Most merciful. So in the age of Kali, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, first of all, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes only once in a day of Brahma. How many of you know that? You know that? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears only once in a day of Brahma. Immediately after Krishna. Once in a day of Brahma, Krishna appears. And also immediately after that Kaliyuga, only that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears. So this is the great fortune that we say. That means 1000 yuga cycle means how many billion years? How many billion years? Anybody? Should learn.
4.32 trillion. 1000 ship cycles, right?
Yes, one day of Brahma.
4.32 billion years.
Yes. I mean, including day and night. That's what it is. 8.64 billion years. So only in this 8.64 billion years that Lord comes, Supreme Lord comes and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. And reveal this and establish this Yuga Dharma of chanting of the holy name. So this is that powerful. That powerful. So that's why we are so fortunate to have the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Only by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that we can attain the Supreme Lord in this age of Kali. In no other way. No other way. And which Purana reveals this word? There is no other way. Anybody? Which Purana? Padma Purana. What is Padma Purana says? Harir Nama iva kevalam kalau nasteva gadarani. Another solution, another reply. Harir Nama iva kevalam. There is in the Kevalashtakam, it's a beautiful Kevalashtakam. And how many of you know that Kevalashtakam? Madhuram Madhurobhyam. Yeah? Kevalashtakam. Mangalanam cha mangalam. Madhuram is extremely sweet. It's Mangalanam cha mangalam. It's most auspicious. Most auspicious. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to reveal this to us. So we know that who brought Chaitanya Mahaprabhu down to this earth? Brought to this earth. Who brought? Advaita Acharya. Why Advaita Acharya had to bring Chaitanya Mahaprabhu down to this earth, down to this planet? As Krishna in the Supreme Lord Himself. Krishna, there is no difference between Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this planet, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the combined form of Sri Radha and Krishna. There is external reason and there is internal reason. What is the external reason of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance? This very confident Chanavadar is very confidential incarnation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Only those who are intelligent can understand this. Only those who are devoted to the Lord can understand this incarnation. That's why Krishna Varnam is also said in the Bhagavatam. Krishna Varnam Trisha Akrishnam. Akrishnam means not in the color of, this from Srimad Bhagavatam, 5000 years ago. Okay. Krishna Varnam Trisha Akrishnam means not in the color of the Krishna. The Varna, the color, not in the color of Sri Krishna, Akrishnam. Sango Pangarsha Parshadam. That means is Angas, that's why Panchatattva. Right? Sango Pangarsha Parshadam means associate, close associate. Lord will come with his close associates. Sango Pangarsha Pashadam Yajnehi Sankirtana Prayer. Sankirtana Prayer. Yajna Sankirtana Gya. In order to establish this Yuga Dharma, this Sankirtan, this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, chanting of the holy name, that is the only way in this age of Kali that one can eradicate all these calamities and attain the Supreme Lord. In order to establish that, Yajnehi Sankirtana Prayer, Ajandihi Sumedasaha. What is Sumedas means? And there is two words, Sumeda and Durmeda. What is Sumeda? Durmedas? That is Durmeda means? Durbuddhi, Durmed means bad. Those who are bad cannot understand. Those who are means lower in their intelligence. Durmed. Those who are Sumedha. Medha means enlightened. Sumedhas are those who are intelligent. Only those who are intelligent can understand this. Yajnai Sankirtana Prayer Ajandihi Sumedasaha. Sumedasa, only those who are intelligent can understand this. Otherwise, you cannot understand this. And of course, devotional service also, the devotion and this all, only that those who are intelligent, their intelligence is purified, can understand this. Not everybody, it's not for everybody, first of all. So Kaliyuga, this, in order to establish this, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed this, by this holy name that one can attain the Supreme Lord. I'll tell you this story. Ramanujacharya, this was happened 1000 years ago. I'll tell you that how this is so powerful, this process of devotion. So powerful. So then the Ramanujacharya was very devoted to the Lord. Very devoted to the Lord. Such an eagerness to serve the Lord. Such an eagerness. So there is a temple in Kanchipuram. It's called Varadaraja temple. And then in order to serve the Lord Varadaraj, I think I mentioned this before as well. Lord Varadaraj. You know what is the meaning of Varadaraj? Varadaraj means one who gives. Vara means the boons, benedictions. Varadaraj. Varadaraj. Raj means king. One who is giving this Vara, these benedictions, these boons in the king of all. Whoever goes gets that benedictions. Varadaraj. Then Lord was there and Ramanujacharya was serving the Lord in the Varadaraj temple. And we know that Kanchipurna, I was also giving this story of the Nambi. His initiated name is Kanchipurna. Melkottur Nambi. Yeah. Kottiyur Nambi, something like that. Kottiyur Nambi. He was very dear to the Lord.
Usually Kanchipuram comes in
Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu.
Yeah. Close to, not that far from Chennai, Madras and Kanchipuram. So then, the Kanchipurna, Tirukottiyur Kanchi, yes, Tirukottiyur Nambi, Kottiyur Nambi, was very much serving the Lord. The six Nambis or Kanchipurna was the disciple of the Yamunacharya. And then serving the Lord. Then this Nambi, this Kanchipurna used to speak to the Lord personally. Can you believe? It's possible. Don't think that the deities are just deities there. You can see the Lord, you can talk to the Lord, and Lord will reciprocate. Lord will talk back to you. There are so many examples. And I can speak all night about these various examples of devotees, how they see the Lord. The Lord speaks to such devotees. In Maharashtra, we know that the Tukaram. Lord was personally coming to Tukaram Maharaj. One time there was this Ashadha Ekadashi. Tukaram Maharaj couldn't go. Lord was so much eager to see the Tukaram. What Tukaram did, Tukaram wrote a letter. Oh Lord, I am extremely sick. I cannot come to you, but I wanted to, but I don't have, the strength. I couldn't come to you. Please forgive me. And that letter he gave to other devotees, those who are going from the same village, that Dehu, and then, to the temple. So they brought this letter. They offered to the Lord. Lord saw this. Lord was immediately. So then Rukmini Devi said, no. What about all the other devotees, those who come from millions of devotees? What would happen to them? Said, wait, after, once it's all get over, we'll go. So then, Lord was waiting eagerly, Lord was restless. To go. So then somehow it's over in the night. And then, Rukmini and Krishna, they got on the Garuda and came to the Tukaram Maharaj. Just want to see. Of course, the Lord can completely, rectify or give, this not. But this is all the pastimes and how Lord feels for his devotees. Wanted to see that. And Lord wanted to show that I am so eager and feeling for my devotees, so I got personally go and serve them. This is what his Lord always thinks. He can go personally and serve them. So similarly, in this Varadaraja temple, this Kanchipurna was serving like this. He's talking to every day to the Lord. His service was fanning the Lord every day. So it is, after the, morning arati and, there is little time between the, the noon puja, the Madhyana puja. So there is little time, and of course, temple is, there may be some, what is called, this temperature is little high. So there is a fan always there. So then the Kanchipurna or this Tirukottiur Nambi, this was a service. So then Nambi was speaking to the Lord every day. Lord will ask. So as soon as everybody is done, pretty quiet, right? So then Nambi will be there, Lord is there. So Lord will ask to Nambi, it's Kanchipurna. So what is the news around? So Nambi would say, oh, this family that, that daughter got married to some places, and, this person got job, or there was one person was there, he was sick. He was keep asking. Lord will keep ask this question, what is happening around? So Nambi will say, okay, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. And now news came out. People come to know that Nambi speak to the Lord every day. So now there is a list of, then everybody come and can you ask Lord, what would happen to this me, or what would happen to this one? My daughter is getting married. When it is going to get, my daughter is getting to marry. When my son is going to have job. When it is. So there is a list of things now every day. So Nambi is now started to, ask. So Lord will say the reply to them. Nambi will go back and tell them, this is what is going to happen. So this was going on like this. This was going on like this. This was Nambi so dear to the. So I mentioned that Lord is there. It's not that Lord is so cheap. Okay, now I am here. Lord would come and in front of me. It's not that. We should develop such a love for the Lord. Only quality that one can have, we have to develop that love for the Lord. In order to develop that, to come to that such point, we have to practice. We have to do something. Isn't it? So this is the way that we can attain also the Lord. So this human form of life is meant to develop that love for the Lord in this planet. So this way, one day, so Ramanujaja was also serving. So this time Ramanujaja became quite famous, that his scholarly, his speech and his understanding. I mean, there was so much to speak before what happened to Ramanujaja before coming to the, the Varadaraja temple. Ramanujacharya had some questions, some doubts. So Ramanujaja told this Tirukottiur Nambi, this Kanchipurna, that time Ramanujacharya's, initiated. And then, but I am not going to tell you what is my question. You go and ask Lord. You go and ask Lord, and then, Lord will understand. So he went there and immediately Lord started to answer the question which in had is Ramanujacharya's mind. He said, I had 6 questions in my mind. Just go to the Lord and then Lord will, tell you. So Kanchipurna came back and told, yes, the Ramanujacharya asked, did you get the answer? He said, yes. Lord gave me the answer. So then Kanchipurna was saying, this is the Lord answer for your doubt, your question. First of all, Lord said that the doubt Ramanuja had, he didn't reveal that to the Kanchipurna, but that question had how this material nature manifests. So Lord mentioned to Kanchipurna to tell to Ramanuja, yes, this material nature nothing but my eternal Brahman nature. His material nature is manifested from my eternal Brahman nature. Surprised, yes. This was, of course, Ramanujacharya was the Vishishta Advaita, right? Advaita, there is a Vishishta Advaita. That's the proponent of the Vishishta Advaita was Ramanujacharya. Second thing is mentioned that it is self-evident. This was another question about this Advaita and Dvaita. Lord himself revealed that to Ramanujacharya. It is self-evident that the self, the Jiva, and the Paramatma, the Supreme, the Lord, is self-evident, is that we can see here itself in this world. If it is self, the Jiva is same as the Lord, then there is no difference because of Jiva doesn't have to go through this suffering, birth, death, all age, diseases. It's self-evident in this world. Then next, Lord mentioned that Kanchipurna was telling this one. It's very important, listen to this one. Only one can liberate from this world, material world, by taking the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. No, there is no other way. That's another answer for your question. Lord was mentioning to Ramanujacharya through the Kanchipurna, there is no other way. Only by taking the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, only that way that one can liberate, one can come out from this reincarnation, repeated birth and death. And then further mentioned, this is very important, hear this one. Devotees doesn't need to remember the Lord at the time of death. Devotees doesn't need to remember the Lord at the time of death, but the Lord will remember the devotee. Lord will remember the devotees. Devotees does not need to explicitly remember the Lord at the time of death. The devotees, this is called the Lord's mercy. This is how much Lord is, grateful for his devotees. The devotees doesn't want to remember the Lord, but the Lord will remember the devotees at the time of death. And the fifth one, Lord was telling through the Kanchipurna, devotees will definitely attain me. The devotees will definitely attain me. Devotees, okay? No matter what. Then Lord had, Ramanujacharya had this doubt in his mind. Whom should I take the initiation? Whom should I take the Diksha? So there was an incident happened. Yamunacharya wanted to give initiation because of that time the Vaishnava Sampradaya, Yamunacharya was following this Vaishnava Sampradaya. That's why then Ramanujacharya also, even though Vishishta Advaita, but Ramanujacharya completely transformed to a Vaishnava. And then the Yamunacharya wanted to have the Ramanujacharya become his successor for this Vaishnava Sampradaya. So then the Yamunacharya sent Mahaprabhu to bring Ramanujacharya from the Varadaraja temple. And then Mahapurna came and mentioned all this. And Ramanujacharya also wanted to see the Yamunacharya so eagerly. But the Yamunacharya became so old and weak and understood or realized that my time is getting closer. There is no much days left. So then Yamunacharya wanted to appoint Ramanujacharya the pontiff of this, the Vaishnava Sampradaya.
Successor.
Yeah. Then Mahapurna brought, by the time Yamunacharya passed away, couldn't hold. How Yamunacharya passed away? On that day, Yamunacharya came and in mid of all the other disciples and devotees, told them, my time is nearing, I'm going to go, and instructed certain things to do. And I have a wish that Yamunacharya should, because of, it's not that, not even initiated by Yamunacharya by that time, but understood who is Yamunacharya. Sorry, Ramanujacharya. So then sat down and meditated on the Lord, and then took the last breath. Just meditated on the Lord, Supreme Lord, and then took the last breath. And then they were making all the arrangements, and this was 4 days earlier. So from the Varadaraja to come to Srirangam, that time Yamunacharya was in Srirangam. And it took 4 days. So as soon as Ramanujacharya came, and the preparation was going on. So it was not completely in the samadhi, but about to prepare. And then Yamunacharya's fingers were like this, just crossed like this, 3 fingers, like this, holding like this. And Ramanujacharya noticed this. And Ramanujacharya asked the disciples, Yamunacharya's finger, the fingers were like this, was holding like this. Then they said, no, it was just at the time of death, it happened like this. Ramanujacharya understood this, why it is holding like this. Ramanujacharya told in front of everybody and told to the Yamunacharya that I would follow all the instructions of Yamunacharya. As soon as he said, the finger just came back to its original position like this. Said that I would give and meditate and compile the teachings of Yamunacharya and then teach and preach to the people so that they will come to this Krishna consciousness. The next finger also came out like this. And then said that I would completely dedicate myself to preach this Vaishnava Sampradaya to everyone all over the world, whatever possible way. So all 3 fingers came back, like in original position. And everybody was so astonished, so surprised and stunned. So they declared this is. But Ramanujacharya had one little disappointment. Said that if Yamunacharya could have been, if I would have a vision, I would have a darshan once. I had the darshan of Yamunacharya, then I would have made the staircase that leads to the heaven, that leads to the Lord, the Lord. That much because of Yamunacharya was very much eagerly wanted to see Ramanujacharya eagerly wanted to see the Yamunacharya. This is what absorbed us as a guru. But that disappointment had then Yamunacharya went back to Srirangam. Sorry, the Kanchi, Vishnu Kanchi, Varadaraja. Then it took some years. Then Kanchipurna, then request of Kanchipurna, then later, then came back and started to. Then it was in the Srirangam. So if you go to Srirangam, you can see that the original body of Sri Ramanujacharya. Original body. It's since 1,000 years we can see that. From last
Even the
nails were grows, and they were preserving the original body of Sri Ramanujacharya. So this is the devotion, this is the power, this is this spiritual aspect of it, the subject of it. Dear devotees, we have to always remember this. We can talk to the Lord. We can see the Lord in all respect. So then, Ramanujacharya then took the initiation from Mahapurna that time. Then started to, and the devotees are so merciful. They are appearing here to elevate all the other fallen conditioned souls. So then, Mahapurna was mentioning to Ramanujacharya, there is another devotee and a disciple of Yamunacharya, that his name was Goshtipurna. You go and meet Goshtipurna so that you get the complete understanding of the scripture verse, all those. So Yamunacharya went there to Goshtipurna. Went there and then have a darshan, and then Goshtipurna says, you come back tomorrow. I don't have time today. So likes that 18 times didn't give, and every time go back. Now Yamunacharya determined that if I don't get your instructions, initiation, I will die right here itself. Seeing this dedication, then Goshtipurna then started to initiate and teach, and then also instructed a mantra to Ramanujacharya. Said that this is very special mantra. If you chant this mantra, then automatically the liberation is guaranteed and you can go back to the Supreme. There is no doubt into that. But don't tell to anybody else. And if you tell this anybody else, then you will go to hell. So then Ramanujacharya got this mantra, and from the spiritual master Goshtipurna, so he came out onto the village. He called everybody, come, come, come. There is a very great thing I'm going to give you. Everybody come, it's free. You come. Everybody please come. So there is a big crowd now. Hundreds of people. So Ramanujacharya climbed up the rooftop of a very tall building. Listen, I'm going to give this. Take it very seriously and you will attain everything, all perfection. You don't need to do anything else. Just this. He loudly chanted this mantra. What mantra? Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. But Ramanujacharya chanted this mantra, Om Namo Narayanaya. So Om Namo Narayanaya, you chant this mantra, you will attain the Supreme, no doubt into that. So this is from my spiritual master, and everybody took that, and everybody started to become so wonderful, they are so relieved. So, but Goshtipurna heard this. So then Ramanujacharya one time came back to Goshtipurna that to see the, Guru, spiritual master. Goshtipurna then sending him away and said that, I don't want to see you. You went against me. So then Ramanujacharya mentioned and caught hold of the lotus feet of Goshtipurna and said that, Oh Lord, I don't mind to go to hell. If I am the only one go to hell, and even thousands of people are there suffering from this material world, and if they can go to the Lord, if get that opportunity, I don't mind to go to hell. Hearing this, Goshtipurna became so melted. So much the seeing the disciples, seeing the mood of a devotee. And even Goshtipurna said that you are Ediraj, you are the king of all the yogis, sages. I am paying my obeisance to your lotus feet. Please consider me as your disciple. It's true. And then Goshtipurna became the disciple of the Ramanujacharya. So this is a devotee. So the devotees. So then, like this. So Caitanya Mahaprabhu came down just like that. Just to elevate all the fallen conditioned soul from this material world to, that's why we are so fortunate. Just by the association, just by hearing Caitanya Mahaprabhu, just take this holy name. What is that holy name? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It is guaranteed, dear devotees, guaranteed. As mentioned that you don't need to remember the Lord at the time of death. Lord will remember you. It's guaranteed that the devotee will go back to the Lord. This is a special consideration for the devotees. So become a devotee, be a devotee. This is that what we can do in this human form of life, devoted to the Supreme Lord. So this wanted to establish Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this age of Kali, so that we all can go back to Krishna, back to Godhead. So what Srila Prabhupada says, back to home, back to Godhead, back home. Back to home, back to Godhead. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that's why he is so merciful. How many of you know the story of Jagai and Madai? Everybody knows this. Everybody knows the story. The most fallen. But what they did, if you go to Bengal now, they have a temple. For Jagai and Madai, there is a temple for them. People worship them, offer the lamb for them. There is a deity, like a form. For Jagai and Madai, there is a temple in Bengal. Because they are devotees. As soon as they were such a drunkard, such a sinful people, and as soon as they transformed by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, you know what service they were doing? You know what service they were doing? They took a position in such a way that they are such a drunkard, such a sinful, and they are such an ego, if nobody cannot even go near to them. They said, we are the kings here. We are the landlord, we are the king. What dare you to that come to me and then you just pay your everything to me, otherwise we will plunder you. This was the mood of this Jagai and Madai. As soon as that incident, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showered the mercy. Nityananda Prabhu, they were folding their hands and asking to Nityananda Prabhu, what service I can do. So Nityananda Prabhu said, please serve the devotees. So dear devotees, this is a great lesson. Serving the devotees is the greatest benediction and the benefit that one can derive. Serving the devotees. Told to Jagai and Madai, serve the devotees. But they went ahead. You know what? How the way they were serving the devotees? They get up every day early in the morning. They chant their rounds just before everybody gets up. Can you believe? 1, 2 o'clock they get up, they finish their rounds and chants. This is the time people start to slowly to come to the ghat, in the Ganges ghat. What they were doing? They were, their morning routines and answering the nature's call and everything. They come in olden days, it was like that, right? People come to the, close to the river. So they were waiting in the bush. So the moment the people, the great devotees, they come and take bath and in all those things. Immediately after that, they go and clean the places where they were, answered the nature's call. I told they were doing this and cleaning the ghat for every. As soon as one finishes the ghat clean, they go and clean the ghat. This was their service for many years. They were doing this. Jagai and Madai. So the devotees, this is called mercy. Only by the mercy of the Lord and His devotees we can serve the devotees, we can serve the Lord. So unless and until we have the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, we cannot serve. We cannot serve. It's very important. So somehow or other, our motive, our goal should be somewhere or other connect to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu in this lifetime. Then you can see that so many devotees just by connecting. And how we can connect to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? How we can connect very easily? Chant the holy name. The most important thing. The moment you take this bead and start to chant, dear devotees, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is most pleased. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told to Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur? What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told? Jare dekho, tare kaho, Krishna Upadesh. What Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Are bhai, chant karo, chant. Are bhai, aisa hi bolta tha. Are bhai, are bhai. So this is the greatness of our great fortune, that somewhere or other we have this opportunity. Don't minimize this. Don't undermine. Don't underestimate. This gives you everything. This gives you, holy name gives you everything, no matter what. All we need to take shelter of this Namapurush. Namapurush. Chant the holy name. It will purify us. And we know that the objective, the goal of Srimad Bhagavatam is nothing but to develop the love for the Lord. The moment we develop, that's where we start to chant the holy name, dear devotees. And it's not possible for everyone. And this is ultimately that once we get the mercy, then only they start to chant the holy name. Mercy of a devotee and the mercy of the Lord, through that only one can chant the holy name. Otherwise it's not possible. So next week is Gaura Purnima. So we sent out some details about Shiksha programs. I think Mataji came and told me Govinda wanted to chant 2 rounds. Haribol. So this is the dedication, is the determination that we all can have. So here, whom anybody is here and take this and this commitment, this dedication, determination, you can take that vow today in front of the Lordships. And you get the certificate and you will get the vow on the next, on Thursday. So we have the Gaura Purnima, festivals there. So everybody is here. I'm sure that everybody is chanting the holy name. Isn't it? How many of you doesn't chant the holy name? Everybody chants the holy name, I'm sure. So, but it's that, on the appearance day of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, when we commit, when we take this determined, you get the double mercy. There's on the day of appearance day of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that Tithi is there, they are there. So no matter what, if we take that seriously, so then we get the double mercy. Not double mercy, everybody's mercy is there on that day. So I would humbly request, so I know that many of you are chanting. Anybody would like to have, if they are chanting 1 round, you want to chant 2 rounds? Anybody is here? Somebody is chanting 2 rounds, can you chant 4 rounds? Just increase this a little bit. Those who are chanting 4 rounds can chant 6 rounds, 8 rounds.
Or 16.
Or 16, of course, yes. Anybody chanting 8 rounds can chant 16 rounds. The devotees, Srila Prabhupada instructed us. Srila Prabhupada is not an ordinary person. If Srila Prabhupada requested or instructed us to do something, we should do it. This was one of the determination of Ramanujacharya. I would follow the instructions. Shri Radha Madhuji ki jai. So similarly, we should follow Srila Prabhupada's path. Then it makes such a tremendous difference in our life. So we have to be committed. That's what is first and the foremost that we should follow. That's why we should follow before we do anything. We should follow. We should follow the instructions of the Guru and the devotees. That's the first quality of a devotee. We should always do that. So let me know. Think about it. Dear devotees, it's a golden opportunity. Don't miss it. It's a golden opportunity. Then one can commit. And once we commit to the Lord, that means Lord showers His mercy. Even if there are some little flaws. This is why, like in a child. When a father holds a child, he is so free. Right? He does not have any anxiety. Think about that a child is now wanted to cross the road. But he is alone, he is so afraid. If he is alone, he is so much anxious. He makes mistakes. But he has a little hold of his father's finger. How easy he is, how relaxed he is, how fearless he is. Isn't it true? Similarly, dear devotees, the moment we take up this holy name and that little finger that we have, that connection, little finger that we have the hold of that the Lord, how fearless we will be in this world. We will not have that anxious, the fear, the worries. Because somewhere that we get, the Lord will be there. And Lord promised that. I will protect you, I will take care of you. Isn't it? The Lord's hand, little finger that we have, and how we get that the hold? Take up this holy name. Right? When we take up this holy name, we are just connecting and holding that finger of that Lord, that Father. Then we can easily cross the road. No worries. So this is what it is. We should do that. What we are losing? Are we losing anything? Are we going to lose anything? We are not going to lose anything. Only the gain. Only the gain. So thank you so much. Think about it and let me know. And I would humbly request everybody, please take this. Everybody, please take this. Don't miss this. This is completely and absolutely the mercy of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So with this note, and let's chant one round together, everybody. So don't leave, and let's chant one round. And also, can be ready. Everybody has the beats. So I thought of today giving those who are taking the vow today. I was thinking that I would give that bead to them. If anybody is there. Not only the bead, I was thinking I would give Bhagavad Gita as well to them. Govinda missed it. See? Okay. 16 rounds, Hari Bol. Or Kishore, dear Kishore Babu. 16 rounds, Hari Bol. Where is the bead? I will give you the bead and Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. So, So you already have the beads, right? Yeah. No. I have the bead. Can you take one of the bead back from there? So I was chanting. That one. Yes. I'll give you a bead bag also, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hari, Jai. So Prabhuji is so wonderful, so nice. This is Tulasi, okay? So, Hari Bol. So Prabhuji, you know that when you chant the Tulasi, there are 4 regulative principles. Do you know what it is? What is that? No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit activities. So this is so wonderful, and Prabhuji is getting the 16 rounds. Prabhu Asraya. Hari Bol. So Hari Bol. Wonderful. So it's so wonderful. Yeah. Hari. Devotees much. This is old. I will give the new one. I think there is a new one there. I will give the new one. Okay. It's very good. Let's chant the holy name now. I thought that some new family, new devotees would be here, but missed it. Anyway, okay. So thank you so much. Let's chant together. Jaya Sri Krishna